Hello, I'm Arcayla. I'm a alchemist, channel and guide, and every single week I do free readings to give you some energetic support for the week ahead. If this is something that you feel would be helpful, make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out. This week I'm going to be doing 3 readings. If you want to choose a number between 1 and 3, whatever feels right to you, and then go to the timestamps in the copy below this video and it will take you directly to your reading. I'll see you there. If you chose number 1, the strong message for you is around holding innocence, allowing yourself to hold innocence in your heart. And when I say that, I mean innocence is really an energy of gentleness, an energy that allows us to be vulnerable and honest about where we're at and how we're feeling about things. And innocence can be difficult for us because we've been taught since being children to behave in certain ways. And so we have crafted all kinds of different personality traits to please those around us. When we return to innocence, we actually return to our true state. Children are the embodiment of innocence. And that's why we're always so drawn to children and enjoy them, because we appreciate their innocence. And this is what's being called forth for you this week. This returning to innocence, returning to a state of feeling open and curious about yourself, about life. It feels as though there's an opening for you this week, in terms of there being space created for you to explore your innocence, to reconnect with your innocence once more. And don't dismiss this as frivolous in any way. Innocence is an extremely powerful vibration, particularly around manifestation. And your soul self is calling this in for you because you are wanting to manifest something very particular. And it's a really big shift required to help you attract that thing. And this is always the important thing to remember. Manifestation is always about attraction. And so when we embody certain frequencies, certain energies, certain emotions, we are putting ourselves in a certain state of attraction. If we are embodying an energy of lack, of victimhood, of pain, we are going to attract a confirmation of that, a reflection, a mirror image of that. We are going to attract experiences that create feelings of lack. Equally, when we choose to embody a place of peace, a place of ease, a place of abundance, a place of receiving, then we are going to attract situations that reflect it and confirm it. When we embody innocence, we experience a great gentleness in life. We experience an opening. And this opening I speak of is really about a place we can occupy within ourselves where we feel very receptive, very accepting and open to what may come. This is an extremely powerful manifestation energy to hold in ourselves, because what it does is it drops our resistance. That might be why we haven't manifested what it is we're calling in. And it may not be conscious resistance, it can be subconscious resistance. And so when we choose to explore the concept of innocence, the feeling rather of innocence, the embodiment of innocence, we automatically drop our preconceived ideas about certain things. And this is where manifestation then has a chance to really work its magic. So your soul self is calling this innocence in for you in a really specific way. So do not dismiss this as I said, as a frivolous thing. Really do make innocence a priority for yourself this week, because it's a really strategic play by your soul self. And it's a really beautiful thing for you to experience and enjoy. And so give yourself permission to do so, however that looks to you. Playfulness, creativity, taking time out, walks in nature, whatever innocence looks like or feels like to you. And if you're not sure, just put your hand on your heart and ask yourself, close your eyes and listen. What does innocence feel like to me? And maybe you'll get a sense or an image or an understanding of what that looks like for you right now. I hope that that's helpful. Have a beautiful week, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye. If you chose reading number 2, there is a strong sense of I've had enough, which speaks to I'm ready, actually. And that's really the vibration. It's I'm ready. I'm done waiting or putting it off or not doing the thing or holding myself back. And that's really the strongest sense here. This sense of you've held yourself back for some reason. And it's not because you've done something wrong or there's something broken that needs to be fixed, etc., etc. There have been perfect reasons for you holding yourself back. And now those reasons are no longer there. And so it is time for you to step forward. In fact, what's coming through actually is this strong sense of calling it in. It is time for you to call in what you want. It is time for you to step up and call in what you want. And this is really this paradox. It's important for you to take ownership of what it is you're calling in. And so it's like the universe is asking you to step up to the mark, to really contribute to what it is that you want to receive as far as you can contribute. Let me give you an example. As soon as I think of one. Okay, so say you want to be a Reiki healer, for an example. And you have wanted this for a long, long time, and you've done all the studying, you've got your 1, 2, or 3, or maybe you don't. Okay, maybe you don't, and you want to be a Reiki healer, but you're got a full-time job. And you're like, how's this going to work? I need the money, etc. Now is the time for you to take a leap, to ask your boss to work part-time, for example. Put yourself forward. Okay. And even though your brain might say, oh, but they're never going to say yes, that's not your job. It's not your job to predict what's going to happen. It's only your job to show up. So if you want something, this is you showing up for it. I would like to work 3 days a week and I want to keep earning what I'm earning. Why not? And book in to get your Reiki 1, 2, or 3 if you haven't already. If you have got your qualifications, then you clear a space in where you live, you put a table up, you tell your friends, I'm doing Reiki. Who wants a session? They all come and have freebies, and then you ask them, would you like to invite your friends for a discounted session? However that looks to you. And then those friends come. Oh, I really like that. I'd like to come again. Great. Then you start seeing clients, and then you start to charge more, and etc., etc. Then you can move into a clinic. Guess who did that? Me. That's exactly how I started doing what I now do, which is nothing. I don't do Reiki anymore, but that was my starting place, and that was how I did it. And so this is the invitation. Just step up to the mark. Do as much as you can on your side of the fence and let the universe bring you the clients, bring you the support, bring you the opportunities, because it will do so. But it's a meet halfway situation. And that is what is coming up for you really right now. You have the power at your disposal. Energetically, everything is in alignment for you right now to be successful at this. So trust the situation, trust yourself, do what you can. Don't feel like you have to have it all planned out. I could never have conceived that I would be sitting here doing this with you. I could not see this place from back there. And that's really what I'd like to share with you from my experience. Whatever it is that you're dreaming in, it's probably just a quarter of the journey, not even, like a 10th. Okay. And the universe is going to bring all the other bits that you can't see from where you're standing. And that, my dearest, beautiful friend, is where the magic can really take place. So really trust yourself and trust the universe by stepping up and saying, okay, this is really scary and I don't know how it's going to show up or how it's going to end. I don't know how the story ends, but I'm just going to start reading the book. And that's all we got to do. Just start turning the pages, because it's really here for you right now. And yes, of course, there is going to be a story, a thought, a belief that says, I can't do this. What if, da, 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 da. And you will get better and better and better at reassuring yourself, at seeing the thought and saying to yourself, of course, a part of me feels this way. I totally accept that thought, but I'm just going to keep going. Maybe I'm mad, but I'm just going to keep going because I just feel I want to trust this and give it my best go. And that's all that you can ask, isn't it? What an exciting week. I hope that this is the last piece that you needed to hear and that your body is filled with, I knew it. And you really feel the support and the empowerment to really take up this invitation and do what it is that your heart is singing in for you. Have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Number 3. Ooh, what a beautiful week. So there's some really beautiful energy coming through for you this week. And it's going to affect you predominantly in the crown, third eye, so top of the head here, crown, third eye areas. It's a really strong wave of golden light that's coming in. And this is going to affect you differently, as in everyone watching this. It's going to affect you in different ways. And so I'm going to share a few, so maybe they'll resonate. So some of you are going to experience this as this really sublime, meditative sensation that comes to you. Or maybe your existing meditation practice is just going to move into a whole new level. There's this real sublime energy that comes in, like really peaceful, really aligned and expansive. And that's actually the purpose of this. There's a big expansion coming in. This energy is just going to move directly in and just gently help you open. For those of you who haven't done much energetic work, this might feel like a headache. You might hear ringing, and maybe you have done loads of energetic work and you get these things anyway. You never know. But it will be expansive. And so you're going to walk into the week with a certain perspective and then walk out of the week without it. With a new perspective. And so it's really about helping you expand into a new place in yourself, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually. But this is not just for this week. This is a sustainable experience, this gentle unfolding and expansion. And there will be this sense of, this is for you. This is not a group event. This is something that is so personal and something really beautiful for you. And they're showing me an experience that I had that I think is going to be very similar. And I remember it was actually on Christmas Day, I think, maybe 3 years ago. And I was in the middle of talking to a group of people at a conversation, and all of a sudden, just came into my body. And I was like, guys, I'm sorry, I have to go and lie down for a while, because I just wanted to be really present with it. And I went and disappeared for an hour or so, and then I came back. And so just, if you can, be present with this as much as you can, because it's beautiful, actually. Yeah, and I'd love for you to share in the comments how you experience this. This is really what's coming through for you. It's this beautiful, expansive, awakening energy. So have a beautiful week, and I will see you again very soon. Lots of love.